You gotta love the functionality of joining the room. That link that has been shared on YouTube actually has audio functionality. So hello and welcome to a new stream at looking at epic heroes. I'll just ignore the giveaway event, and for now, since the stream is supposed to start at 9. Hey, good evening. Welcome early before we start exactly at 9. For now, it will be the usual of going across the game or any question you might have while we wait for more people to join, and then we get with it, start. On the positive side, I'm very happy with everyone who's suddenly trying to go at the Galaxy Temple, because I already did that. It has already been played on the server I'm at. And yeah, finally got more information, did a lovely guide, document that still needs update, shared it on the community. And that event will be much different after all the information gathered. So for now, since we're waiting exactly till 9. So do you have any questions for now? Something you want to see, something you're wondering about in Eucalyptus Heroes? Also do tell me if the music is too loud. We're trying to figure that out by lowering it in the game itself. See? Mm, 273 74 and 275 stuck. Yeah, more power needed probably. More HP, more power. Probably upgrading the spaceship itself will fix that. Okay, kinda worked. After a couple of attempts and another leveling up for the technology, little bit of increase. So we have clear level or stage 300 and 350 remaining, and then we have all the additional buffs collected. 277, okay, 278 and 279, 280. Okay, so that's 280. That is fantastic. Okay, that's enough for now. Now we can get that one. I've reached 280 in 4 faction wanted. Okay, I guess probably remaining 2 or 3 minutes, then it will be time to actually go with it. So for this one, we're looking at Wish, Summon, Equipment Tomb, and Sacred Wheel. Just Okay, sorry for that, and we're back. Okay, 1 minute until we can go about it. Let's see. An hour. Only 3. One, 2, 3. Okay, time to start. So, time to collect a little bit of the goodies. As I said before, I rely on Cyberbar, not fully, at least, like 1% to get 1 or 2 or a couple of faction scrolls. Okay, let's go to the Cyberbar. Second one I rely on for getting faction scrolls, of course, is the monthly quests. Gives a good amount. As you can see, those scrolls, collecting them and using them makes a difference in getting 120, because it's gonna take a long period of time. Next one, definitely for getting those faction, the gifts, or let's call it rewards, you get for winning here in the Union War. If you go to Union War, click on the chest, the victory chest, you can see based on your daily ranking in the arena what you will get in case of victory, in case of defeat, and in case of a draw. So I'm hoping for a victory, so I can get the 20 million gold coins, 6,100 Union coins, and excellent faction scroll 3. And the next one, of course, would be Lost Land. When it refreshes, there is almost 3 faction scrolls, also going after that. And eventually you'll start collecting a couple of them, and you'll find yourself gaining more peanuts. Then you're gonna use those peanuts, keep on collecting them, and at some point you're gonna build up to 120, some point with a lot of tiers. So we're at 109 and we need 120. So many tiers just to get there. And we have 4 here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go to the wish summon, and we're gonna go to the boss trial and try to improve the ranking a little bit if we can, and let's do the 10x summoning. Okay, so that's the first one, times 10. Yeah, that's okay, that one. The rest, okay, the next one, that you take and throw in the trash. Not worth anything. Then we're gonna go into the 1 and the next one, and we got absolutely nothing worth anything. Over 22. All the rewards have been collected like usual. Ranking wise, this time I'm ranked 5, which is an improvement than being below 10. Above 10. So 4 to 10, get 5, we get 500. Okay, so let's see what we can try to do with this. This isn't gonna take long as a fight. Okay, So that's the first attack. The second. Okay, coming up on the 28 marker. We need to at least reach the 29 marker. Something like that. Okay, perfect timing because he will attack. So the immunity will help. Didn't help, too much damage. So we got 1182, which the best damage we did was 1390. So still stuck at ranking 5. No improvement. Well, this one really doesn't have anything. Just do the daily quests, challenge quests. You collect. After that, shards. So yeah, nothing special about that, nothing unique. Let's see what we got, and let's go with Superman. Tess. Let's summon the Bio Wolf. Another on the 3. Okay, to the Sacred Wheel we go, and we have 37 currently collected. Still need to acquire the fast rewards. The summoning, more is needed, and consuming 30 energy. I guess we can try to see if we have collected enough after that. Not really, only 9, but at least that will give us another reward. Five, 4, 3. Hey, hello, how are you doing? 1. Okay, so we got another wish cube. Enjoying the new event, the Galaxy Temple? Hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so we're almost missing 1 for 40, and then we can do 4 times 10 directly. Okay, let's see. It is worth trying to do that. I guess we're gonna have to pay the price. So we have 4 here, which is exactly the number we need. And after paying that huge price, get the wish summoning cube. Okay, so that's another 2. For spending the diamonds, the challenge quest, we also get that. I guess the last one. Okay, so that's 40. I guess now we can do one roll. Let me reconnect. 4. So that's 1. Okay. 2, 3. 4. Heartbreaking. Nothing good, at least. To the recycle station we go, and then relic deconstruct. All of that needs to go bye-bye. 115 to buy wolves. This also needs to go dismantled. Okay, let's see who we have to awaken. Okay, thinking we can take. We need another copy. Okay. So for nature. Okay. So that's rare plus. Technology. We still need more copies. But in his case, just another excellent. Okay, let's do this.
Seek perfection at any price.
Epic plus. Next. Okay.
How many pieces do you want to be cut into?
Another copy that's required that needs to be excellent plus. Okay. And yes, I like doing awakening. Yes, I know him, yes. I know his channel and I know he stopped doing epic heroes. Yeah. Okay. So we need another copy and then she can be epic plus. And yes, I like doing awakening by hand. Always. I don't use smart awakening. I know there is smart awakening. I hate it. I dislike it. Yes. As I was saying, yes, I know him. Yes, I know the channel. I know the channel. I know his content. Yes. Yeah. What about him? 12, 104. Quest 7 and 8 done. 6 and 5 remain. That will give 5 faction. Okay. We are getting there. 109. Based on what he said, he left playing the game because pretty much there's nothing more to do. He feels that it's always the same, all the same. Certain players, when they reach an advanced point in the game and have been doing it for a long period of time, they get fed up of it. And he did say he wants to play something else. So I guess he had enough of playing this game specifically. I'm not sure if he's gonna start another channel or what exactly, but that's his direction of what he said. I'll just play something else, stream something else, put more time in another game or something. It's the burnout effect of playing epic heroes non-stop and pretty much doing everything he wants to do in the game, awaken all heroes, upgrade them. So it's the end point for him playing it. He might play it on the side away from making content. Well, there was a direction to play another game, but as you can see, we have very silent, very desire to hide viewers. So no, I don't stream anything else I might play, unfortunately. Having people that actually are interested or want to, yeah, I would stream something else. For instance, I was interested in Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal, good game. But, you know, we have on this channel a little bit of silent viewers, shy viewers. Just joking. No, it's okay. It's okay. In the first place, if people were interested enough, we can play Game Boy Advance games, emulators for PlayStation 1 on Android, many different things that can be done. Pokemon, the old games, Digimon, you name it. Different games, even PSP games. So there is the opportunity of watching me suffer by playing black and white RGB games, but it requires a little bit of, okay, we want to watch this, we actually want to play this. For now, the viewers are kinda more interested on epic heroes, the eucalyptus, but definitely at some point, with more people interested to watch something different on the channel, not only epic heroes, yeah, it can happen. Do you play any specific other game? Why don't I try? And before I can read the full message, Battleground, PUBG or Fortnite? Oh, I prefer strategic games, role-playing games more than the direction of, hey, let's kill everyone and fight with guns. I still would play it single, right? Solo player, but not in a direction of streaming, unfortunately. Still, it would be very cool to play Resident Evil and stream it. And definitely use every cheat and hack available just for the enjoyment of not getting killed. But yeah, that can happen, at least with certain shooting games. Yeah, this one is also entertaining. This stage, very entertaining. The direction is simple. We need to kill all of them. Let's just be brutal. Kill all of them, get to the second stage, and I'll be extremely happy after that. As you can see, abuse. They're abusive. Andrea is abusive. Well, at least the stun ability is good. Not good enough, as we can see. Oof. The bleeding. And one, and remaining one, and dead. It really requires a better heavy hitter, stronger order to pause this one. Eventually we'll be able to do it. So any games in mind? One of the oldies. The usual. Brutality. Heavy hitter or something more in heal. We kinda need a heavy hitter. heavy hitter. Not more on the heal, I think more on the heavy hitter, but healing of course wouldn't do anything bad to add. So let's go with the old direction of analysis. We have 3 annoying ones from the nature faction, and the nature faction hates technology, so that's 1 point. And we have 2 from technology where it hates Superman faction, which is another good point. Okay, so we're trying to go with the draft bonus, the HP and attack bonus, so that's one thing. We can really benefit from Moonlight Paladin being awakened more, which can really help. Now we have a draft of 4, so let's see what this draft will do. Well, the direction is to buff and debuff, some of them at least. That's expected. The positioning also. Positioning wasn't correct. We want her to hit directly light. Then again, light is annoying. We need something like Medusa. Let's see. Damage reduction. I don't think it will do well this lineup anyway. If Medusa can petrify a couple of them, that would be beneficial. Also, her direction of attack is problematic. How she attacks. For me, it's too complicated to see her fight. Why is it complicated? I get that. I'm talking about different heroes and their abilities. Why is it complicated? You're just pretty much trying to select a hero with certain abilities to combat another hero with different abilities. There's nothing good in the first place. What actually was the solution when it comes to light? Twining, I think, is one of the things. Other than twining, damage immunity, increased defense, shields. Your character is only getting attached and... Oh. Yes, exactly. You're only getting attacked and die. But the thing is, I don't remember exactly what I used to do when it comes to light. And in the first place, I can win this battle. The issue is the second one. That's why I put Toku in it in round 2. But yeah, when it comes to light, kill it. Kill her. Eliminate. See all those explosions? Fireworks, right? And that's the first direction that's healthy, is for her to be exactly like that, twined, so she doesn't move. Life is hard with her attacks. So killing her can be done, petrifying a number of them can be done, and with the right lineup, all of them can be eliminated. So the main issue is in the battle number 2. That's one of the main issues. So still trying to work on that, but a more increase in HP is kinda needed. And with a couple of attempts, eventually, as you can see, we move into the second battle.
Aha, what a plaything.
Now this one is even worse. If the first one was bad, this one is worse. Why? Just because of the God Slayer. And of course, him, Anubis, God of Egypt. Annoying direction of what he has. Of course, there's also time. We cannot forget about him. So it's a good combo. 1 HP, 1 increases defense, 1 is a soul-sucking vampire. Yeah, light is difficult, but there are ways to stop her, actually. And there are ways to trigger her to attack more. And as you can see, this one really goes bad. Wow. Total wipeout. Thank you. Because the more you advance in xwar, she gets upgraded just like when you can upgrade your own heroes. She's at level 395 currently. So that's one of the things that makes her extremely complex and difficult. On the other hand, if you've made it to the second one, the God Slayer really shines in battle while you're watching. Also adding Andrea, the electric arc, to the mix, it really doesn't ease the battle. So as you can see, my direction is simple. Just kill her. And don't trigger her to attack. What can trigger her? Being attacked from Houston, for instance. If Houston attacks her, she'll go psycho. Anyway, that moves us to the second battle, to the God Slayer. Because he's still weak, actually. He's still weak. If I wanted to bully him, I would put him in number 1 now. He's still weak and he still needs to be awakened to immortal, just like a number of them. That's why I usually don't use certain heroes, because they're still not there. They will be butchered at this level in xwar. Doesn't make any sense even to try. So the panda would be fantastic, but he needs to become much stronger. Die, God Slayer. -9. Nice. You gotta love his enthusiasm of ripping heroes. Can we at least take 2 for the road? Oh, we took 1. So still have those in the back. So that's one of the reasons why I tried to put Toku in the second battle, because she'll wipe all of them out. So for order for that to work, we kinda need the uncle, the general of rescue, to be able to take them out also. So until that magically happens, we're a little bit stuck here. The main thing is I'm relying on 1 DPS for each battle. As you can see, this is the effects of him being in the battle. This is the effects from him attacking. That insanity that you're seeing now. So it doesn't really match him being in round 1. It matches is in round 2. But then we'll have to face the second issue of he's not strong enough, especially the rest of the team he has, to actually beat round 2. If you look and see, she's so nice, so calm, not attacking. As soon as someone attacks their side, Exactly, as you can see. Then she starts attacking heavily. The need to repeat is actually because we want to kill her before she attacks to the maximum. Then we go to the second round, same direction, beaten. We need to work a little bit on the heroes, especially General of Rescue. Even though all 60, beautiful, level 60 and 9 relics, probably the relics need to be refined. That sucks. All that lovely bonuses and still cannot hit hard enough. Well, I guess it will take time and he needs to increase more his overall. Where are you from, man? Ooh, that's the question, isn't it? Where am I from? Well, unfortunately, I try to evade that question whenever it's asked because I feel it's irrelevant. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, for the humor satisfaction that I have, you can consider me from all over the place. Anywhere, everywhere. I guess that's almost... well, not exactly. It kind of depends. Not every single thing and not every single topic, so it kind of depends. Let's see. Here, 0. Okay, I guess when it comes to the General of Rescue, what usually makes him stronger is increasing the Quantum Sand and the Source Blessing, the Warrior Critical Resistance and the Warrior Critical Damage Resistance. Usually that will make him stronger and also will make the God Slayer that we have stronger, and a number of heroes including Mecha Valkyria. So I guess one of the best things that can be done is increase his critical damage and critical damage resistance, critical resistance and critical damage resistance. And let's see in the second battle who do we have, so we can increase that also. We have the God Slayer, main duty burst damage, Dark Faction, God of Egypt, so that's a warrior. So warrior, okay, warrior, that's an assist. Okay, let's have a look at the God Slayer. So pretty much almost all of the second round is somewhat of warrior or support. Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. So to actually help the God Slayer in the second round, we need to increase the warrior damage to warrior. Okay, and warrior critical resistance and warrior critical damage resistance, the 3. By increasing it, he'll be able to cause more damage to the warriors, sub-faction warrior, and he'll be also able to take less damage from it, both. So the 3 are needed to actually help him improve in that battle, so he can stand up against Rockefeller, God of Egypt, Ish, and the God Slayer. Combat type, we're just gonna need another hero. Space Kong, not that much of an issue. Time is a little bit of an issue, but that's okay. So a little bit of upgrades for him is needed, and also increasing the level. We kinda really need to put more effort in increasing the level. Just as time consuming increasing it. Kinda need to become more 400 something. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Well, on the positive side, we're close to having 2600. Then we can exchange it for one of the red relics. And definitely we should go for the God Slayer. He's missing 2 relics. Let's see where that boy is at. And he isn't available here in the first place. Hooray! I don't see him. So he's not available here for collection. That's interesting. Okay. The panda somehow got a place here. I guess we can always go for General Rescue when it's time. And we have 3 lovely options. Either save up till 800 and then exchange it for one of the God Universe Heroes copy, or go for the Chest of Uru. We'll get 2, so that's 20, or the Excellent Faction Scroll, and we'll get 4. That's a total of 100. So many terrible options. Okay, so since probably the number of people are just falling apart of being able to actually attend those streams, and I think the majority prefer to watch them later or get whatever information they're looking from by scrolling across them. Definitely do look in the community if you have any questions, and by looking in the community you'll find the Facebook page that if you want to send. Yeah, I'm starting to think that, because it doesn't really make sense. Everyone dies out and the number of views for the live stream later is bigger than the people who actually attend the stream. Doesn't really make sense. It's either the timing, it might be one of the issues, or getting the link in the first place when I put it is another issue. So it doesn't really make sense. The views after the stream exceed the stream itself. It doesn't really make sense. Where did all those people go? I'll figure something out for that, because it's almost 1 or 2 human beings, or 3 at max. The rest, empty. It's like no one is here. Well, going back to the things remaining aside from we actually looked at the secret wheel, kinda did the 4 times 10, didn't get anything useful. We'll definitely get that red relic card, even though I feel it's a little bit useless of the heroes I want it for specifically, but for general rescue it would be fantastic to get. So that's one thing. The second thing, for the wish summon, the boss trial, all the rewards have been collected. There is a video on the channel that shows actually how to complete the different quests, these ones, so you can gain all the rewards. And I guess the final point would be the increase in damage. It does help to equip the restore spaceship, especially if it's at level 150. Good job. Good job. Now suffer in trying to upgrade it to level 150. It's gonna take you a while. My best recommendation, you're gonna need the single attack spaceship, you're gonna need the group attack spaceship, and you're gonna need the restore spaceship. So focus on one spaceship at a time, and the direction is getting it to 150, and then 150, and then 150. You're gonna need all of them in different things anyway. So it's still the same direction. You're gonna have to work on them. And oh my, do they bleed a lot of cash for upgrades. Focus on the single attack ship or the group attack ship fully until level 150 and max it out fully. And I'll show you mines, different spaceships one by one, and then move to the next one. It's okay, I'm always poor in this game in the first place because of that. It happens. So for the lovely boy, before we move from him, Orashi, you kinda need someone who can keep hitting him like this. So Toku and the God Slayer are good heroes to select in hitting him. You're looking at the desire for sustained damage, continuously keep attacking, heavy hitter. And if you have the Demon of Souls, Lucas, he's beneficial in protecting from lethal damage, which is the boss's one hit kill direction. Unfortunately, the more you go into the rounds 21 and then 22 of the damage output on the other side, he needs to be awakened more, because his contract isn't going to be able to protect from heavy strong attacks fully at some point. As you can see, he's protecting them. What the the God Slayer actually consumes his own health. Consider it, he consumes his own blood, and then he uses it to attack, and then he recovers HP from the damage he outputs. So pretty much that's how he functions. You see that red ball he's holding in his hand? That's actually supposed to be his blood. Yeah, pretty cool. He's a demon, so he uses his own health to attack. As soon as he attacks, he recovers the HP back in damage he puts on the enemy. So yeah, he's a heavy hitter, he's fantastic. Yeah, the Galaxy Templar. The Galaxy. I'm enjoying all the new players suffer like I did and struggle, and how I cannot beat this. What should I do? Stage 1, stage 2. Oh, it's so difficult. I cannot. Stage 5, I got stuck. Stage 6. Yeah, he will bury everyone in the game when he becomes his full version. Okay, so 1390. Why didn't it add the damage we just did? Because it looked 16 something. Let's try that again. So 893, 664, shouldn't that be added? 2147, right? Oh, finally it got added. So over all the attempts we kept on trying with that lineup, we kinda ranked up one time from rank 5 to rank 4. If the God Slayer was more stronger, we could have entered at least into rank 3, which would have been fantastic to get those rewards. But it's an advancement something good. Before I was almost close to maybe 12 or something with that damage, 682 or something like that. So from 12 we're moving up the ranks close to 4, which is good, still something good. So for that lineup, if anyone is interested, and it's different of course based on the heroes and the awakening from one player to the other, this is what we're looking at. Okay, so that fulfills it and looking at it. Okay, so moving on to the Galaxy Temple play. As I said, unfortunately on our server, the server I'm on, we already played it, so it's not available directly for me to play it now. It's not one of the events out now here on this server. I'm talking about SA Hero 631. It might be available on other ones, you never know. Let's go take a peek. Yes, another human being of people who actually attend the servers. Let's see. No, not available. How about EA? Like EA Sports. Let's go to the EA. Yeah, we're referring to the Galaxy Temple. Again, let's go to the no, still wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Let's see EA whatever number that was. Right, so it's probably, oh, okay, that's even more miserable there. Okay, let's go back to where we are. SA, one more time. EA Sports, which one? Say which one. EA Sports, the SA server. Thank you for the, say it again, pronunciation. Back to the main point of the Galaxy Temple. I've already created a document that kinda shows how to go about the Galaxy Temple itself. You sneaky. Trying to look at the pronunciation. Good luck with that, by the way. So for the Galaxy Temple, document showcases, well, what heroes to select, what happens, what you should do, how to go about the 7 rounds, top players sharing, well, pretty much their lineups. 100% I agree. That's why that document and having different lineups, different variations, explaining the stigmata, kinda does help to a good degree of knowing when you start in the first battle which heroes to select, how to put them, arrange them in the right order to win from 1 to 6. Collecting also the data where different players have equipped artifacts to heroes. It's a fantastic document, but it's only version 1.1, so it sucks in many different ways, even if I created it. And it's actually shared in the community. Yeah, because actually when I won it, when I was playing the Galaxy Temple and I won, you need to have the right correct heroes and an overall power more than the enemy. And also equipped with artifacts and HP recovery, and the Fairy of Music does wonders actually in the 7th battle when it comes to continuous HP recovery. So it's difficult because you need to rely on a number of things and heavy on support and attack at the same time. Or acceptable attack, prolong the battle, and support HP, continuous recovery. Can it be one? Yes. If you know the lineup, if you know what heroes you need during playing, that's why the document collects all the data from different players, what they've said, what they've tried, their advice, what they tell you not to do, what they tell you to do. It's all been collected, compiled, and my golden touch. If you're not looking for something complicated, 100% I recommend ignoring it. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, but it is a little bit challenging, complicated, and I have no idea why this actually unlocked itself again. It probably is broken because of changing the servers. It's complicated, so pretty much you can just try to collect the rewards, or I don't know, look at what's best for you. At least there's some guide when it comes to understanding it and explaining what you should do and what heroes you need to select. Well, if anyone is interested in that document, you can always go to the community section that's on YouTube on the channel, and you'll find it there. It has also colorful images. That's a joke, sarcasm. It does have images. Right, so aside from that, since a couple of people joined, is anyone interested in asking anything? Understand. Yeah, sometimes if something is too much of a headache, just focus on the rewards that you can get. And now it's time to see the explosion bomb. Okay. I'm hoping for those lovely 3 stars. Is the bomb gonna explode? Oh, it exploded, but it only took out 3, and it left 3. You know, you can always take 3 home and bury the other 3. Amazing. Back to the explosion bomb. Okay, let's try to switch positions. The direction is that Lucas activates his contract 1 round before the murder of the Devil Hunter. He needs to be murdered badly. Okay, yes, stay stunned. Take some HP for the road. Fantastic. Okay. Almost there, in time to bleed them out. Unfortunately, the contract first attempt activated. Guess one of the things that can be done is given the time gem to Lucas. That will speed him up. Okay, that is good. Okay, so that was done. correctly. We survived this explosion and we have no casualties. So first round, if we beat this one, should have Valkyria is needed to kill him early. Well, we can try that. But the main point is why I use Toku is because of the fast direction of killing before he starts making some real massive damage. But we'll try the Valkyria direction, sure. But in the first place, my Mecha Valkyria wouldn't even stand a chance at her current stage. As you can see, we're struggling in the second round. Yeah, that's expected. That's expected. The first place at this level of 32.5, it's not directly easy and straightforward. Okay, let's put Silas. Let's remove the Queen of Desert. Let's add Lady Ivy. Let's add Thinker. Let's remove Sally. Let's add, since you wanted actually, let's try this, and we want the positioning to be directly opposing him. I know what you're trying to say. For her to attack him directly, she has to be positioned on the across side. So sure, let's see, but she's not gonna be able to do it now. She's still too weak. And yeah, loss of HP. And she's gonna say, taste my giant sword at some point. If the volume wasn't so low, you'd probably be able to hear it. Taste my giant sword and attack him. I can see all of them are tasting their giant crows now and being beaten. This is painful to watch actually. It's a fantastic question. Which hero do I always use? I think that's enough pain in watching that. Which hero do you always use in your combination and why? Ooh, that's a fantastic question. The heroes, yes, I always use in combination. These two. Toku and General of Rescue. Why? Because Toku can actually continuously attack, causing a couple of million in damage, and when it comes to the lovely General of Rescue, he's good in taking a hit and not bleeding too much of HP, so good in taking damage, and acceptably not that best, currently my version of him, in doing damage for 3 heroes in the front line at least. So he's still not that strong, unfortunately. But they are a good combination to have for them to work side by side. Now for the second one, let's add of this. And okay. So in looking at the damage he can take and the damage she can give, as you can see, 4 million, 5 million with pursuit, continuous damage. Now if they were able to take out the entire lineup at least until we can take out him, yeah, this wouldn't have happened. he wouldn't have actually been able to activate his bomb effect, Van Helsing. So yeah, that's one of the combinations I really prefer, to have both of them in the same battle. That's going okay, that's actually going good. Using the twining effect is fantastic when it works, and mixing it with the stun effect by Rockefeller. And then comes in the lovely boy that generates shields, Avatar of the Forest, and then Thinker for damage immunity and HP recovery. It's almost there, almost. We lost one, but that's okay. We're close to finishing it. Yeah, sure, I'll look at your combination of lineups, sure. We took out the big boy, and then taking out these two is very simplified at their current level. Yeah. So that really doesn't look good because I want 3 stars. Can you rate my combination? Alpha, okay, Afra, Centaur, Toku, General, Dimension, Einstein. Let me have a look at that. So we have Afra, and then we have Centaur. Okay, Toku, General, Dimension, Houston, and finally one is Einstein. Okay, and you're relying on a draft of 4 heroes from the same faction. That gives you a plus 15% and attack plus 10. Yeah, it's good. Not the best version, but it's good, especially because of the draft of 4. I like it. Not bad. But 100% I wouldn't put Tuku number 3. I'll put her maybe number 4, number 5, for me at least. And also, even if Afra has a strong defense, I actually like the direction of putting Storm Falcon because she takes no damage in the first round. So she's a good meat shield in the first round as a support. Stick here, take all the damage. I would actually remove Rockefeller and add someone who can balance more. If you have the Panda, yeah, this would be fantastic, like this, kinda. Or I would, in your case, Stormwalker if possible, or Jam Andrea, or try to put something like this, maybe. Yeah, something like this. I have no option, so I use these only. It's okay, at a certain point you'll get more heroes, but if that's the only option you have, yeah, it's a good lineup. You might want to go for an even stronger draft. You're a draft of 4 if I remember correctly. A draft of 5 or 6 will actually work also more fantastic. The direction of actually getting any number of drafts is just equipping heroes from the same faction. That's a draft of 5 automatically. So that's HP plus 20, attack plus 20%. And when in doubt, you can always add a god hero. That will still be equal to a draft of 5. So this can work, the other direction can work, but the more the draft gives, depends on the battle. Sometimes I put her in number 4 Sometimes number 3, other times number 5. Usually. Very rare number 6, but usually either 5, 4, 3, and I alternate depending on the reason, the issue. So this is nice, a draft of 5. Here, let's put her in number 1, just for watching how it will go. Nice. That's nice. But she's not really a meat shield to be put in number 1. But you never know. Sometimes, depending on the hero, can be a good direction. Yeah, but even if she's your highest HP hero, she doesn't have a strong defense if you compare it to Afra or Thinker, because her direction is more of the attack, not the defense direction. But it's fine if that's the hero you have currently. Position it in what makes you win the battle. That's perfectly fine. You see, there is no right and wrong when it comes to all of that. It is just about what benefits you. In her case, if we try to look at her statistics, right? Armor 4962. Let's go to Afra and see. Armor 5621. That's good, because he is a meat shield. By meat shield, we mean he can take damage, stand in position number 1, continuously get attacked. As you see, his armor with everything I have is 6,877, which is even more than Afra, the Afra I have. Okay, but in the first place, one of the reasons is equipping Blessings of Prophet, an increase in attack and HP. Also, he's at 23. Kinda doesn't have the best equipment, as you can see. Didn't get enough love while growing up in the game. Even relic wise, 0 attention. On the positive side, he at least gets the bonuses that can be given from the warrior tech faction and galaxy faction wanted. These bonuses make a difference. This increase in attack and increase in HP plus all of that good stuff. He doesn't have his core skill to the max because he still lacks having 9 relics. Eventually he'll get there. So So anything you're interested to ask or actually see while we're at it, because we're beginning to run out of time. Like the usual, at some point everything needs to come to an end. Yes, he can be actually extremely good at stunning, but the issue is at some point you're not really gonna get that effect unless you keep upgrading him, and not every single hero will get stunned across xwar. So it kinda depends on how you raised him and invested in him. Drop the free and plus 25 armor.
Aha, what a plaything.
And she's a fantastic meat shield for the first round of taking no damage. You gotta love that shield. Okay, thank you for that. Well, I guess most of the things we kind of talked about when it comes to the Galaxy Temple. There is that document in the videos. When it comes to Wish Summon, boss trial, we kind of showed at least this lineup that people can try. I shared information related to that. Secret Wheel, there isn't anything specific about it. Just go about finishing the quests, get the red relic, do only 10 summons at a time. Other than this, the majority of the game is exactly the same, and that's why people get bored out of playing it and carrying in it, because most of the things actually don't change aside from the renewed version of having the reincarnation treasure, all the lovely bonuses, and it's just looking like a different game. And I guess the last thing we will look at and conclude with is looking at the heroes where we've reached in Awakening, and Stigmata, I guess, to showcase what we have now of Stigmata. So yeah, currently we have awakened more heroes to Immortal. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Van Helsing is actually Immortal, the one I have, with his special skill Magic Growth unlocked. Yeah, sure. Let me just finish this point. Sure. Okay, so before going to that point, Stormwalker Lucy reached also Immortal. We just need an excellent copy and then boom, unlock her awakened skill and put a little bit effort in actually putting Stigmata, because it's one innocent Stigmata added. So another hero joins the Immortal gang. See, it just unlocked itself now. Let's give her Violent Strike. Close to being Immortal. Transcend plus plus. Transcend plus plus. Transcend plus plus. Transcend plus. And then Transcend plus. Without the plus. Without the plus. Without the plus. Same, no plus. Minus, minus, and go into Mystic plus. Very low. Down the road. And yeah, the majority are just at Mystic plus from this point and going down until Epic plus, and then finally one excellent time. Well, repetition is boring in general. Let's just clarify that point. Repeating the same thing over and over again is boring. So you could just collect the Stigmata, and at some point later when you feel like it, just equip it. Right? Just equip it as a group. It will save the hassle. No, not this one. I guess to speed up looking at Stigmata, as you can see, Toku is happily taking good Stigmata. 1 6-star, remaining 3 for Samurai, 6-star, and then she'll have all 6-star Stigmata Samurai. Another one is needed, so we can have Annihilation that adds to the skill damage. So another one at 6-star needed. And aside from that, if we look at all the sets, we have 1 domination, 6, 1 judgment, 1 redemption, 1 sin. Sin at 6 is fantastic armor pierce plus 30%, and Zealot is critical plus 30%. So if you're wondering how much does that actually help, after basic attack there's a 25% chance to deal another basic attack, which can trigger basic attack applied effects, the samurai, and annihilation skill damage plus 15%. For here, our lovely boy, we're looking at domination. Basic attack deals damage equal to 6% of target's max HP. I kinda selectively went with that, kinda matches him. Skill damage plus 15%, and no 6 stars, unfortunately. Who else got a little bit more love? No. Oh, for Afra, he was also taking a good direction. Redemption, 6 stars. It has broken armor plus 7%, critical damage plus 10, damage resistance plus 7%, and Zealot. And I think we can add, he doesn't really need Zealot, he needs more of a HP and damage immunity or something, or damage reduction, critical damage resistance pretty much. So some of these needs to be changed, but he's kinda doing well, especially with HP plus 10%. Okay, so going at, is there any trick for summon scrolls? For this one, not exactly, no. I would say no, and the only thing you can do is when you've actually purchased something in the game, right? Sometimes an increase in luck is applied automatically by the system. How can you get a detailed advice? Actually, I shared that before when it comes to a good number of the heroes, which stigmata works with which hero. I can reshare it again. You pretty much will, when you read it, you're gonna find the name of the hero, the stigmata, what actually attribute benefits the hero in terms of selecting it, broken armor, critical resistance, critical or attack, at least for the T2 residents. So that I can share again. There's already a guide that tells you which hero works with what stigmata the best. So you actually don't need to think that much about it. But do know something. Mixing and matching stigmata, depending on its effects, is something you should try from time to time, because kinda depends on what exactly you want your hero to do. Cause more damage, cause a percentage of damage, resurrect. Do I have any playlist for that? By playlist, what do you mean? Because there's a number of playlists on that channel actually, but when it comes to information of selecting stigmata, that's actually just written information for people who want it and they can just implement it directly. If you're talking about upgrading relics themselves, I did a couple of videos about that, upgrading by evolving and then recasting, blah blah blah, and I'm wanting to do actually a new video about that also. So yeah, that kinda is partially available already. Okay, so back to your question for the summon tower and everything available for the scrolls. When you actually purchase something in the game and you have less than, let's say, 13 summons remaining until you get one S0, So this number needs to be 13 or 12, right? And you purchase something. And then you'll need to have at least 20 summon scrolls. If exactly after you purchase something in the game, okay, and then you go directly to the summon tower, okay, and then you use the 20 summon scrolls, you need to summon times 10. You should get one of the heroes from your wish list, or a hero that usually you do not get, something good, pretty much a good draw. Now, I did want to share something related to that move before, of how the game functions. They actually do that so you spend more money. You feel, oh, I'm so happy, I just spent some money, and then automatically went and summoned, got the hero that's from the wish list or a better hero. Oh, I should spend some more money. Okay, that it doesn't really work like that with humans. Now, purchase means you buy something with real money in the game itself. By a purchase, I mean you go and purchase something like this, for instance. What is that? Question mark at the end. It looks funny. Or, for instance, you purchase the deluxe monthly cards, right? The monthly card, or you purchase the hero pass. I'm talking about spending money in the game directly, regardless of the amount. But of course, it makes a difference, the number-ish up to a degree. But at least we're talking about something acceptable for their insane system. At least something like the 5, or maybe something. Oh, okay, that's fine. Then if you're fantastically okay to spend and it's all good, then it doesn't matter where you spend. The main point is spend something, spend some money, spend $5, and after you spend it, don't collect anything or do anything or close the game. You spend it, the conditions you've already prepared, that you have less than 13 or 12 or even 10 would be better. Of 1 S hero is guaranteed in the next 10 summons, and you have 20 summon scrolls or 30, and go times 10 summoning. You should, if you do that, get something good. Now, does it always work, that move? No, just to be clear. If you do it and you get a good hero that you wanted, not even in your wish list, can you do it again after you gain that hero in the first time? No. You pretty much need to wait, because that stupid crazy move in the game, from what I saw, it only works once almost in a month. You get my point? So if you actually do it and you get a hero, you're gonna have to wait at least a little bit. It's not gonna work automatically again and again and again. Why? Because they don't want someone to abuse that move. Hopefully, I think that's the direction. So sometimes you'll find it works, and other times you have to wait for a different time. Can be a couple of days. I didn't fully test it. Can be next month, just for accuracy. But does it work, that move? Actually, it does. It does. It's a little bit crazy. Spend some money. System gives you pretty much a lucky draw. You get one of the heroes you put in the wish list that you want, for instance. You make a Valkyria or something, right? And that's it for something, at least. It's not really a trick. It's something they put in their own system to make the player spend more money. Next thing, of course, you already know you can refresh the tasks and gain summon scrolls and faction scrolls by refreshing it. Setting it up at refresh at 8 or 9, and then refreshing it by the diamonds. You're gonna bleed diamonds. For that move, you're gonna need maybe 3,000 blue diamonds. You're gonna burn them extremely fast by keep refreshing and then accepting only faction scrolls and summon scrolls. So that's another thing you can do. Other than this, what else was available related to that? Oh, um, you can purchase the common scroll 5 pack if your money isn't really a problem. You can go for the 2 USD and the 5 USD if you want. But when it comes to this one specifically, sheep gives an acceptable amount and it refreshes and you can buy it again and again. It's a faster way of getting summoning scrolls. And what else was available? By the way, if you purchase stuff which they consider it recharging once a day, you'll accumulate and get these rewards. What else was there? Not this one. Yeah, and you can also go for this one. Wait until it refreshes. I guess that's the majority of them. By the way, if anyone ever wondered how do players spend money in the game and actually grow so fast in the game, do you see this one? This is one of the things that if you have divine artifacts 50, so they can upgrade faster their equipment, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is going after this one, the chest of Uru times 30. That's gonna cost a little bit of money, burn a hole in anyone's pocket unless they have a good amount of cash. So pretty much let's have a look at the full message. The pinnacle battle is not going on. I played it 2 times. I'm still waiting. Well, it would be fantastic actually if we have everything at the same time on every server, which will never happen because of the different time zones. Well, as you can see, everything is pretty much finished here. Finished. Even this one here, and I know that's what you're... It still hasn't opened, and well, I'm not sure why. Probably the game will know. From this server, there isn't a specific issue. Yeah. Well, again, unfortunately referring to the game because it might be a bug on your server. Can be something. Yeah. So it's empty. Take a screenshot. take a screenshot and ask the game. Take a screenshot and ask the game why. The why, they should be able to actually explain it. It might be a bug actually. This one. Ooh, look at that. Message them on their magnificent Facebook by taking a screenshot that shows that there is no number, it's empty. Ooh. They added season 1, season 2. Nice. Take a screenshot by your phone, right? Go to the detail setting, click on customer service or community. If you click on it, it can take you to the Facebook. If you click on customer service, you can suffer by trying to contact them directly. So that's how you communicate with them. Just take a screenshot and share it to them and ask them, why you have so many bugs, why? Anyway, going back to your original point of these scrolls to summon. Anything remaining? I know. Let's see. The hero's pause. Oh, by the way, if someone isn't aware, you can actually go back to these challenges. Some of them will have collect more. If you click on it, you can actually purchase the pass itself. So by clicking on challenge pass, you can see the ones you haven't purchased in the advance, and yeah, you can purchase them. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I stand like this, challenge 6 to challenge 10 rewards, pay and get it. And then you have 11 to 16. The thing is, this is a good amount of diamonds actually. And after that, nothing. They really haven't added anything. It's still unavailable. So if someone is actually spending money and you're looking at 29 USD dollars, well, the Heroes Pass can be a good direction, especially 11 to 16. So how much of that is blue diamonds? 4, 5, 6k diamonds, 20 summon scrolls, 1500 VIP, 3 heroes excellent, which are good, and 2 of that robot used for awakening with the 20 summon scrolls. So it's a good combination of getting it, and it's one-time purchase. You get it, you cannot buy it again. So that's a good thing people can go at. Okay, is there anything remaining? If someone didn't see this before, the customized and the top-up everyday direction, that also can be beneficial depending on what you're looking after to get. So if you're looking at divine artifacts and you want that good number 70 and the 5,000 union coins or 10k for upgrading the relics, you would click on yes, and for just a small price of 5 USD you get this combination combo. If you're looking at the hero summoning, 30 and 25 or 30 chest of Uru, and yeah, that's for 20 USD. For more than that, 15 of T2, 80. And if you're really desiring, hey, I wanna get relics, I wanna get better heroes, blah blah, I wanna get the stigmata, yeah, everyone wants something. This will offer you the option of getting this directly. See that? That's an S plus relic, and this is an S plus red relic that's only for universe and god heroes. This one, it's 25 shards, where 50 is equal to 1 hero. No, I'm not really crying like a little baby. If I wanted to cry like a little baby, you wouldn't be hearing me laughing. I understand something. I'm more on the direction of free-to-play players. I am a pay-to-play player, actually, or up to a degree, right? So the tiers come out in spending that much amount of money in a game for what exactly? What's the added benefit? It's still a game in the end for me, actually. So there's also the S plus. Can select him. Anyway, if you haven't seen, which I guess you must have seen it before, the 4 shards, 4 faction S plus hero shards, if you get the one that's actually for the god universe and you're talking about 25, you need 2 of it, and then you can summon directly 1 universe / god hero. Now, since you're not crying like the rest of us, or like me being sarcastic non-stop, right? Go for it. Go for it. Go. Then something that we both don't have commonness. It's okay. We're not looking actually to all be the same in being on the same point. The rules preview. Top up, get the points. So yeah, that's the majority of what I can tell you. Other than this, try to collect the resources you need. As you can see, figure out exactly where you're gonna spend your diamonds, where you're gonna spend all the resources you get, what exactly you're working on as a hero, and carry on. Okay, aside from, I would love to see you spend as much money as you want and be extremely happy. That would be fantastic to achieve your happiness in the game. The last thing I will add, definitely if you're a super spender, heavy spender, try the super value fund and the luxury fund. See that? That's the good stuff. That is the good stuff.
I hate war.
Machina Alpha. Good stuff, good rewards, 6-star, as you can see. And collect the Phantom. It has good attributes. So yeah, one of the best ways to upgrade in the game, get good resources, is getting the luxury fund, adding also the super value fund, and of course the monthly card. All that subscription bonuses makes a difference. Oh, and there is one thing when it comes to this specific one of the subscription privilege. Are you still there? Because this one is actually important. Sure, I'll tell you the most highest price item in the game, but focus with me on this one specifically. Now, you already know that every privilege you get that is time based. You're looking at the card that has a duration, and then you need to repurchase it, right? Remember something important when it comes to epic heroes. If you try to repurchase it before the time runs out, you're talking here at 9 days. Okay, if you do a repurchase, it's not gonna add any duration to it. It needs to expire first. Okay, so what value does that have? Since you're talking about spending, The value is you can purchase this again regardless if the privilege has expired or not. You'll instantly get 10 summon scrolls, 20, 60, 30, blah blah blah, all those good stuff. Certain stuff cannot be re-added. For instance, sweep feature, it's unlocked, you already have it, it's not gonna do any difference. So you'll just get the 10, the 20, the 60, the 30, and number 5 and 6, you're not gonna get anything extra. It's gonna be the same. So for the small price of 5 USD, you can actually do that. Yeah, I think it does give a good bonus. This one helps in getting relics. As you can see, there's an S plus relic here and being unlocked. Unlock premium pass. So that's 20 USD. Experience pass doesn't really add that much. Okay, so what's the most expensive thing in the game? The most expensive things in the game are the badge store, which unfortunately on our server that event already ended. If you're talking about how much you can actually spend in it, oh, heavy. You're gonna have to keep repeating it. In spending, I mean. Now, the top priced thing you'll find on Epic is the 99.99. That's the highest number they have added for something. So almost 100 for one purchase. As you can see, it always locks at close to 100 USD. So you can always go and buy a number of that, and definitely it has its benefits. We also get unlocking all of that, the resources. 99.99, 100 USD. That's the highest price for an item purchase at once. Okay, fine. Time finally. Okay. Time for the upgrades on this side. This already finished. 11, and that puts it at 12. Okay. Okay, buddy, do you have any questions before we conclude? Do go for the luxury fund. By the way, if you're wondering, this is Faction Crystal. Faction Crystal is the same one that you're looking at here. This is the Faction Crystal. So you actually get a number of them for purchasing the luxury fund. How much you get? 20, 30. You get 30. You just get 30. Here you get 15. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I guess we don't have any more questions. All is good. See, also the same. It always stops at 99.99. For 60, Gwen is best choice. Yeah. Maybe. In any case, do remember something. If you're interested in evil artifacts, the deluxe monthly card gives you the shards that you can use. This one. If you collect the 180 shards, you can automatically exchange it for one of these evil artifacts. And in the first place, to get evil artifacts, go to the plain badge when it's time for one of its events, spend a good amount of money to get the 1500 badge needed, and then you have these lovely good looking artifacts. Let's try to change this. Okay. Immortal Shield, Nether Gloves, Devil's Pupil, Orb of Turbidus, Seth of Hunt. So for the 1500, you really need to spend a good amount of money, because you're not gonna get it directly by spending a small amount. You need to spend a couple of times, probably. So yeah, have it a go. Hope you have a good time spending the cash. Let's see, in activity where we are, 818. 818. Kinda need 900, so I guess that will be fulfilled tomorrow. That's still good. Okay, time to end the stream. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, tuning into the stream. And yes, I remember I will share the information related to stigmata selection for heroes. And remember that the link for the Galaxy Temple guide is actually on the community tab. To have a look at that document, it's a PDF document. It will help you kinda step by step, and it's always welcome for contributions and improvements. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. This was another one of those extremely long live streams with not enough people. I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we'll try to figure out something for these live streams, because it's mostly a monologue direction. Alright? Okay, have a great day ahead and a good night to anyone who's in Malaysia. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.